Owner of Talon Talents here, and I just want to say that we are ecstatic to be a major sponsor of HomeFront Sitrep, a community that is ran by veterans and made for veterans. So thank you for tuning in. Talon Talents was formed in order to create a music scene that was together in the form of a collective, so that no one has to do everything on their own. And guess what? We've been doing this for free for over a year. So please go and check out Talon Talents through Facebook or through our official website at www.talontalents.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you again for tuning in to HomeFront Sitrep, a veteran-owned and operated podcast just for you.
My name's Rick Ames. I own Louisville Local Entertainment, a company for music shows, promotions, and bookings in the Louisville music scene. As a veteran, it's my honor to support and sponsor local veteran-owned businesses such as HomeFront Sitrep, made by veterans for veterans. So if you're in the music business and need some help booking or promoting a show for free, look me up, Louisville Local Entertainment. And thanks for tuning in to HomeFront Sitrep.
Gear up in style wearing Got Your Six apparel. Every purchase makes a difference. It's more than just clothing, it's a statement of gratitude. Upgrade without breaking the bank. Discover cost-effective, high-quality clothing made in the USA. Each shirt is handcrafted by our team in the great state of Texas and shipped for free to your front door. Got Your Six is where quality meets purpose. We're a small veteran-owned business that takes pride in the mission and the value of our products. Join us in growing a community, supporting our heroes, veterans, and first responders by wearing a custom design.
I thought you'd never ask.
Visit sameflagsameoath.com and use the code TRIPLETHREAT for 10% off. Follow us on all social media platforms for any upcoming releases or events, and you can reach out to us with questions anytime. We are here to support our brothers and sisters.
Hey guys, Mac Verdi here with Veteran Mortgage Solutions. As rates are dropping, home values are going to start to go up. It's time to start looking if you're looking to purchase a home. That being said, we are an all-military veteran loan officer team. We know the ins and outs of the VA home loan. We are considered the experts in this field. Give us a call today. Go to our website, veteranmortgagesolutions.com. Fill out my quick form. I'll give you $500 off for its closing costs. Have a great day.
Welcome to HomeFront Sitrep. I hope you're in for a great show today, because I'm just a veteran talking about what's on my mind and maybe yours.
You can find HomeFront Sitrep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You can also check out HomeFront Sitrep's YouTube channel.
Buckle up, the show is starting. What's up, everybody?
Oh, we're on. Hi.
Yeah, we are live,
Hi,
live,
everybody.
live. It's a Monday edition of Homefront Sitrep. How is everybody doing? Mr. Brandon, how are you, sir?
I am definitely not looking up magic mushroom gummies. I'm not doing that right now at all.
Go be doing that.
Stop it.
Go.
Becky. Hi.
So our guest tonight was supposed to be Jason Downing, Marine Corps veteran, author. Unfortunately, things came up and he wasn't able to come on. So we're just going to be here shooting the shit for a little bit. We do have a couple special guests that might jump in. I'm excited about one that should be jumping on here in the next few minutes. I'm not even going to give it away.
Nope.
No, not even going to give it away. You're going to have to stick around and figure it out. What's up, Brian Roof? How are you? So Becky Johnson here is the awesome lady. Awesome lady. She's a very artistic, creative mind behind sameflagsameoath.com, which is the shirt that I wore last night, the Marine It Down. She created
Yeah,
that.
I was looking at that. I got to get me one of them.
She created that with my ideal, or mine and Candace's ideal. I don't want to say just mine, but what's up, Hundo Club? Christopher Raymond, how are you, sir? So Becky is amazing. So I want to say thank you for jumping on, Miss Becky. Brian Roof from Every Day's a Saturday, USMC Vet Podcast, another amazing podcast, another amazing guy, and then Miss Candace.
No, you're not allowed to be in the chats, Candace. No.
Yeah, she's not allowed to be.
We know why you're not here. We know.
But no, man, tonight's going to be just me, Brandon. We're sitting here bullshitting. I'm going to introduce Brandon to the world. He is the third member of Homefront Sitrep. They will be doing, once we find a fourth co-host, Brandon and the fourth co-host will be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays for Homefront Sitrep. And we're probably going to focus on, since Brandon is part of Veteran Voice Radio, we're probably going to have Brandon do music, singers, songwriters, veterans that do music, and then plus also fill in with veteran service organizations and stuff as well. Today I had a conversation with Cavarts, which
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. How did that go?
So cavarts.org, if you haven't checked out cavarts.org, it's for veterans only. It's a social media platform. It's kind of like Facebook. But I had a meeting with Megan Natali. She and I talked for about an hour earlier today. They don't have within Cavarts, which Cavarts is about arts, veterans and art therapy, music therapy. But they didn't have anything related to like podcasting, media, or broadcasting. They didn't have a channel for that. So Groovin' Tom from Guitars from Vet, the cyber chapter, he's like, hey, let's reach out to the organization Cavarts and get a podcast channel created on there. And what we're going to be doing on that podcast channel is talking about equipment that we use, whether it be cameras, whether it be a soundboard or microphones, or using Buzzsprout or StreamYard or Spotify, whatever. And then we'll have different modules set up, like how to create an overlay, like the overlay that we have right here with Homefront Sitrep at the top, and then Heroes Media Group, Military United Podcast Streams, transparencies, overlays. So we're going to be doing that through Cavarts. But in that process, we're also going to be creating a podcast for Cavarts, not just for like Homefront Sitrep, but it'll be group members of Cavarts would come in and interview, let's say like the Tandy Leather people. They would come in, somebody would come in and interview them. And then Guitars for Vets, somebody would interview them. And then if you want to do baking and cake, somebody would, interview them. So it'll be, I think we're going to do one episode a week. and it'll be a different host each week, talking about different things. The music therapy that goes on within Cav Arts,
Right.
female veterans that are on the site, which is 5,800 female veterans, and then the other site has, I think, like 10,000 veterans on the other site. So it's going to be amazing. Megan was super sweet. She was like, dude, this is, I've been wanting to do a podcast for Cav Arts, and they're a small team. I think there's maybe like 6 or 7 of them that do this, and they don't have funding. And so they're doing it out of their own pocket, kind of like what we do on this podcast. It's out of our own pocket. And it's super cool. I mean, she was like, I was just talking with somebody the other day about creating a podcast. And then a week later, you and Tom reached out to me about wanting to start create a channel within Cav Arts. So super excited. I know Brandon is going to come on alongside with me. I reached out to Ty. I told him I would get back with, talk with him about it as well. You and Ty would get along really well because he does podcast production as well, kind of like you do behind the scenes on some of the podcasts that you have. And then he's also the host or one of the hosts of Triple Threat Vet podcast, which Matt Johnson is Becky's husband. They both own Got Your Six Culture. So super amazing people. I love them to death. The wife and I, we took an unexpected trip out to Texas to the Houston rodeo. I mean, we basically planned it on a Saturday night into Sunday morning. And Becky and Matt were gracious enough to host Julie and I at their house. And what up, Sam Deeds? He's in Western North Kakalaki.
I'm in upstate South Kakalaki, so you're just right over the border there, brother.
Sam Deeds is a Marine, gunnery sergeant, retired. Sam and I went to boot camp together, then School of Infantry together, then 2nd Battalion, 8th Marines together. We had a pretty lengthy journey, our Marine Corps early start. And then I went to 1-8 and he went on his journey. But hey, Sam, there's your guys that you sent me. I sent them emails, not Brent Casey, but the other two, and I haven't heard anything back from them. So I don't know if my email went into the spam folder. Just to give you a heads up. So I might have to connect you and I. It more likely it did.
That's where I put it when you email me. I'm going to put it in spam.
But Sam, I'll have to probably connect you with an email so since they've already got you in their contact list, that way we can reach back out to them. Because I'd like to get the Blue Skies and then the other organization too. I'll look here in a little bit, but so we'll probably have to do that, Sam. Or if you got their phone numbers, send me their phone numbers and I'll reach out to them directly that way. Either way, we can figure it out. But no, man. So Brandon is a Marine Corps veteran. He is the host of Shaman Sundays, which is a paranormal podcast on Sundays at 9:00 at night. He's also the station manager for all 3 radio stations within Veteran Voice Radio, which I think Sam Deeds would be a great interview for the radio station. He's amazing.
Just make that connection.
I will. But Veteran Voice Radio has 3 radio stations. They got Simplify Country, they got Ranger Rock Wave, which is a rock station. So Simplify Country's country, Ranger Rock Wave is rock, and then they got the mix station as well. So on the mix station, you play a little bit of like pop and rap.
It's just a randomized playlist. There's no DJs or nothing on that vet mix. That's good for like if you're sitting out at the lake, you just want constant music and no interruptions, And
they're all veterans, unsigned.
Yeah, it's all veterans that are and veterans and their dependents that are unsigned. So we're getting them out there, and we're adding new tracks every day. I just added 3 new tracks to the countryside.
Nice.
Last night I added 2, and then today I added 1 more. And
so do you have like Scotty Frazier on there? Scotty Frazier band?
I do have the Scotty Frazier band. holidays. As a
And
matter of
then,
fact, I'm gonna pull up the radio station and then I'll let you know.
and then you got Scotty Hastings, Mike Ponder, all these, all
Scotty
these.
Scotty Hastings, as a matter of fact, his song just played.
Which one? I'm America.
Stories That They Tell, the
Oh,
acoustic
nice,
version.
nice. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Veteran Voice Radio, you can go to the website. We are currently working on an app that you can download to your smartphone, whether it be Android or Apple, and you can take it with you anywhere you go. It'd be like the Spotify app or Amazon Music app, and you'll be able to take it wherever you go. And these are all veterans and dependents of veterans that are in the music business that hasn't
They
signed
just
with
haven't made it to that label yet.
Yeah.
To the record label, which is great. If we can help you get signed, that's what we're gonna do.
And there's a buttload of veteran singers and family out there. We got Hero Stock, which if nobody's checked out Hero Stock, it started out as Vet Stock and now it's Hero Stock because they incorporated first responders in there as well. And what they do is they put on concerts. Right now, I think they got 4 concerts this year, maybe three or 4 concerts. Is it 3 or 4? I can't remember.
I'm thinking 4 because we got Missouri, we got Tennessee, Kentucky.
Not Kentucky yet.
Not Kentucky yet. Maybe it's 3 then.
I think it's 3 or 4. Nebraska, Missouri, Nashville. There might be one more. What's up, Mr. Jeremy Daniels? How are you, sir? I think there might be 4. Either 3 or 4, and we're working on Kentucky. I'm waiting on having that meeting with the mayor and the Bullitt County Chamber of Commerce, but we are definitely working on that for sure.
I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up so we know for sure.
But yeah, so Brandon is doing all kinds of great things with Military United podcast streams, Heroes Voice Media Foundation, Veteran Voice Radio. So super busy. He's going to come on, or he's agreed. Last night was official. He was coming on. He's going to be our 3rd member of HomeFront Sitrep. We are working on a 4th. So if you're out there and you're listening and you want to get into podcasting, reach out to Brandon or myself at homefrontsitrep@gmail.com, and we will talk to you guys and see if you're a fit. Because here's the thing with HomeFront Sitrep, everybody that comes in as a co-host, you have to mesh. Because you can't have somebody that's just going to sit there like a knot on a log and not do anything, and you have to mesh. You can't be like a gnome and just sit there like Elvis.
What's wrong with being a gnome?
Nothing's wrong with being a gnome.
I look like a gnome.
I look like one too. I'm not as cute as Elvis though.
No, you can't be as cute as Elvis Gnome. I mean, that's freaking Elvis Gnome. But update, it is only 3: Missouri, Tennessee, and Nebraska. So Rolla, Missouri, Lebanon, Tennessee, which is right outside
of Nashville. I thought it was.
I mean, I don't know. It says August 5th, August 3rd, Lebanon, Tennessee, and then Ashland, Nebraska, September 16th and 17th. And don't forget, Rolla, the 29th of this month.
Yeah, so Hero Stock is amazing. Jason Steiner, who's the founder, he's very like-minded in what HomeFront Sitrep is, where we want to highlight veteran service organizations from that area. And they started out, I think the original one started out with maybe 12 veteran service organizations, and I think the last one they had, I think he said that over 100 veteran service organizations came, and then all the veterans and family of the veterans and first responders and stuff like that. Super cool, ideal. They have been invited to go to 38 states, I believe. And so they eventually they want to have a Hero Stock in every state, or a Hero Stock concert in every state. So,
and on the 29th there in Rolla, we're going to have Shannon Book.
Shannon Book
performing. We also have if I could see. Derek Stoner,
Derek Stoner is awesome.
Barbara Sim, and
You know, she's coming all the way from Alaska.
Wow.
Yeah, Barbara Sim lives in Alaska.
And then the J.D. Brown Band.
Nice.
There will
Nice.
also be a classic car show sponsored by Veteran Voice Radio.
Nice.
$10 entry. This looks fun. It looks
And
like
that's in Rolla.
That's the one in Rolla. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sure
Yeah.
I'll get corrected when I get out there. But we will be broadcasting live on the radio station. I will Donald and myself, we have our media credentials. We will be backstage interviewing all of the musical guests, and we'll just be chit-chatting. There's going to be a 50-50 raffle. Any of y'all that know about a 50-50 raffle? Yep, we're going to do that so we can raise some money to get half the funds go to you, half the funds go to us, so we can continue building a great radio station. So it should be fun.
Yeah, I love it. I'm super excited because once we get Hero Stock in Kentucky, this year it's going to be a 1-day event, and then next year we're looking at doing a 3-day event, and then eventually I wanted to get it to a 5-day event.
Good Lord, man!
Just have a week-long music festival of veteran singers and their families. Dude, I think that would be phenomenal.
All I can think is I was a touring musician. I've been on tour. I've been a rock drummer for many years, and all I can think is how big of a headache that's going to be.
Yeah. But if you're just the musician, all you got to do is come in, show up, play.
Well, who's going to run it?
Oh, that's where I come in.
That's what I'm saying. Good luck.
Yeah. No,
you want to do a 5-day music festival?
Well, I'm going to start out small.
I like it.
I'm going to start out small. Thanks, Sam. Me and you need to get together soon, brother. Once you get done and cool down. So Sam is part of a parachute company. He doesn't do the parachuting, but they travel the world and they parachute in with the American flag, the POW MIA flag. So Sam is on the ground crew with that organization, and Sam's been all over the place. Super, super cool cat, man. I'm just waiting on, let's see.
Oh, hey, I just pulled up the one in Tennessee. So we got co-headliners, Scotty Hastings and Shannon Book.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. Scotty Hastings is awesome. We got him scheduled for August the 12th.
And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other musicians there for the Tennessee one. General admission. If you get it's $10 early, $20 at the door. Yeah, come on.
Brian Roof said sounds like the Bravo Zulu Adventure Group. Yeah, no. So, like I said, I'm gonna start out small. This year is gonna be a 1-day event. Next year, I'm gonna do a 3-day event. We just got to get it here and let people in the community know that, hey, this is what we got going on. And then I think next year we can do a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then if it goes well, we might do that for, a 3-day event for the first couple years. And then eventually, because see, the area here in Kentucky that I'm in is notorious for music festivals. I mean, there's music festivals. You got Louder Than Life. You got the Gazebo Fest, and there's just so many. Welcome to the show, Bravo Zulu.
Somebody just mentioned Bravo. What is that? Like
Brian
Speak
did.
of the Devil?
Brian did. Yeah, Brian Roof did.
Speak of the Devil.
Speak of the Devil. But no, so Sam just got back from Japan not too long ago. Now he's in North Carolina. This is his busy season, I think. Or are you on vacation? I can't remember. I seen your post the other day, but I can't remember. But I know he's in his busy season at the present moment in time. So they stay busy.
I like it. I like that.
Know what?
What is it?
Sam
They're
says
awesome
no.
dudes. Got to see them jump out at Hero Stock.
He's talking about Bravo Zulu. Jumped out of
Yes.
Hero Stock.
Can I like put my table right in the middle and you guys jump on my table? Can you land on my table?
Not on vacation. So he's working. Sam is working right now. But no, so and then tonight I'm waiting for this Marine to jump on. I know he said he was driving home and it was kind of short notice, but
No excuse.
He's going to jump on here shortly.
No excuse.
And we do have, so our guest that's coming on tonight here in just a little bit. We got him scheduled, I think at the end of July. And we're trying to get him. So he's signed with a record label. He is a rapper. And his music just resonates.
Yep.
It's just something about veterans when they write music, it relates and resonates with other veterans. And music is a therapy as well. Like there's music therapy. I mean, everybody loves music. And for me, depending on what mood I'm in, is what type of music I listen to. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm throwing on some AC/DC and some Machine Head and White Zombie and just friggin' thrashing. And then if I'm in a good old mood, and I'll throw on some country. You know, I love my George Strait, Garth Brooks, the old stuff. I'm not much on the newer country. I like the older country. And then, you know, if I'm in a chill mode, you know, I'll throw on some reggaeton and just listen to some Bob Marley and Ziggy and the crew and just chill.
That's right.
So Sam said had to jump in South Ohio this morning and tomorrow on West.
Where are you jumping in Western North Carolina, Sam?
And then what's up, Travis from Oscar Mike Radio? How are you, sir?
Hello, good sir. Thank you for tuning in. All we're doing is shooting the crap.
Yeah, tonight's the shoot the shit. We had a Marine veteran author, Jason Downing, who was supposed to be on. Unfortunately, some family stuff came up and we have to reschedule. And I'm okay with that. And he's in Asheville for a golf outing. They're parachuting into a golf outing.
I might have to drive up there and see that.
Sam Deeds, what's up?
It's David Sky Shark. David Pod. That's a long friggin' name.
I'm sure a couple of that's his nicknames.
I shall call him Sky Shark.
Sky Shark.
All right. Like seriously, like I'm only an hour and 20 minutes from Asheville.
You should go up there and see Sam. Sam is awesome. I got his coin right there at the top. That gunnery sergeant coin right there at the top. Sam is an amazing guy. His story is his story is very, very powerful. Let me just put it that way.
Well, I need to get you on the radio station so I can interview you.
For sure. And I'd say Travis and Brian as well need to interview Sam Deeds as well. Good luck trying to tie him down, but once you do get him tied down, he
sounds kinky.
Once you get him scheduled and everything lines out, it's good.
I see how you changed your wording there.
Well, I didn't want you to go kinky on me now.
Dude, hey, we're shooting shit. Anything's liable tonight.
Oh yeah. But no,
I had to be a good boy last time because we was talking to a preacher man. We ain't talking to a preacher man tonight.
So let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
So that episode last night,
amazing.
We had Jeremy Stallnacker from Marine Corps veteran, co-founder of Mighty Oaks Warrior Foundation, co-founder of Mighty Oaks Warrior Program.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never been through, it's a great program. It's a faith-based organization. Jeremy is now a pastor at a church. If you didn't tune in for that, you need to go watch that episode because there was a lot of great information through there. that came through the screen on that.
A ton of good information.
And it you know, it just, man, it hit the spot. It really did hit the spot. And he's super cool. And we did have to watch our P's and Q's, just for the simple fact that he is a pastor, and his program, we wanted to give it the
respect,
respect
the
it
level
deserves.
of decorum
Yes.
that it deserved.
Yes. But no, he was super cool. He you know, he told us about his story. And if you hadn't come here, books.
Don't fall down.
I know, right?
That would break my heart.
This book here is his story, March or Die. Go order it. Go buy it. This is the story. This is the story, not just his story, but other people that he served with as well. It started as a blog, then he turned it into a book. I definitely highly recommend this book here. And then these three books right here. This is the this one. Not the Solution is the newest book. It's free on the Mighty Oaks' website.
Yep, free ebook download.
Path to Resiliency is also free on there.
Ebook
and then this
download.
One, The Truth About PTSD.
And look at the D there.
Yeah, what do you notice about the D?
Did I beat you to that? Sorry
You did.
I'm all up in your head.
So the D is lower.
That's right. The D is
lowercase for a reason, and that's because
story of my life. Oh, you mean the book?
and that's because the post-traumatic stress. It's not a disorder.
We're not broken.
We're not broken, and that's why the D is, because it's ever changing. That's why the D is lowercase.
That's why it's a small D.
Yeah, that's why it's a small D. And then we got some good shows coming up this month. We're booked all the way out to August. We're booking August now as we speak. Where did that go? There it goes.
Where did it
So
go?
we're booking out August. We got some really good guests coming up. I got some more that I've reached out to, and we're just rocking and rolling, man. And we're number 2 on the list of 100 best veteran podcasts. That's because of you guys.
Dang you, triple threat.
We went up to number 1 and then we dropped down to number 2, and I'm glad Triple Threat took number 1 spot back. That just makes me push harder.
For now.
Just makes me push harder and harder to be number 1. But that's because of you guys, our listeners, our followers. If you haven't went to YouTube and liked HomeFront Sitrep on YouTube, you need to go. If you haven't went to HomeFront Sitrep on Facebook, you need to go and like and follow and share. Invite your friends. The more people we reach, the better. We just got listed on babyboomer.org as a veteran podcast. We are also on Parade Deck as well. Hi, Miss Carol Lee. How are you, dear?
Hello.
She's the mom of 2 Marines.
I had a nice long chat with her and her husband.
Oh yeah,
and I got to speak to their son. So,
which one? Grant or
down in Geiger, and still stuck in Lima.
Grant. Awesome.
Yeah.
Her oldest, or not her oldest, but the oldest Marine, let's just put it that way, it just got out. He just got out. So, but no, Carol Lee was awesome. If you haven't been on her podcast or checked her podcast out, you need to go check it out as well, because she interviews some great vets that have a story to tell. And I've sent several people to her. That way she can, interview them. So,
and she's going to be a DJ.
Is she?
Yes, on Simplify Country.
That is awesome.
Maybe a week or 2 out. We just had the conversation, but she did agree that she will be one of our DJs. And if you want to DJ, if you like DJing, we need DJ volunteers. So reach out to what is my email?
Brandon.
That's right. It's Brandon Cooper at veteranvoiceradio.com if you want to be a DJ or you want some of your music played. Let me know. Quite easy. All you got to do is just send me a quick little, hey, this is me, and put your audio links in there, and I'll just add you to the rotation. I ask, and I prefer if I can get a copy of the master because those copies are much better. However, I will take what you got. There, I'm done.
There you go.
now.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got to get my profile set up, and I'm going to help with the running of the 3 stations in some capacity. We ain't figured it out yet, but in some capacity.
I think I'm gonna make you music director.
I think you already did.
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. You're gonna be the music director, so you be right under me.
Yeah, I'm gonna help
That's
you
where I
on
like
the back end.
Yes, you are. You fell right into that one. You're
I
gonna be
did,
on
didn't
top and come
But-
in the back end.
It's
What
like
just happened?
It'll stick back.
Ooh.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
man.
you put your foot in your mouth.
Hey, you know what? Here, watch this. This is so Bravo Zulu said, I would love to DJ. Always something I wanted to do, but joined the army at 17 and retiring this year. So send Brandon, can you put your email in chat?
Well, I can, but it's only gonna go to my 2 chats.
Oh, here, I'll put it up there.
Oh, I'd love Bravo Zulu, Scott Shark. I'd love to have you on.
That would be his DJ.
We could do like rocking out with the shark.
Yeah, rocking out with the shark
or something. That would be cool. I'd love to have you on. I need some people on the rock station, y'all. I'm the only one over there right now, which is fine with me because I get to do what I want. I kind of like that. But
Rich LaMonica, what's up, buddy?
Hello, good sir.
So here's Brandon's email. I just threw it in chat there.
There it goes.
Brandon Cooper.
Now, which one did you use? Oh, the Hero's Voice Media. Yeah, that works. That's fine.
Yep. Yeah,
that's fine.
That's the one I got for you.
Yeah, that's my board level email, but I mean, I get them. That's fine too. Yeah. So yeah, send it there.
All right. She said, "Hey, kid." So one of her kids on. I don't know which one because I don't know if I can see.
Bravo Zulu says, "Sign me up for all things rock." Thank you. And I didn't mention that we are on the rock station. We have everything from like soft rock, and I've got it broken down. Like in the mornings, you want something a little bit softer. That's cool. But between 12 and 1, I have a gym mix. For those of you guys that get out on your lunch break and go hit the gym, I got some of the faster music, the more pumped up. I even got a little death metal in there for your final reps.
That's awesome.
So check that out. It will help you in the gym. I myself don't go to the gym. I drove past one time. And then in the evening, we've got, I kind of pump it up a little bit more. So, but there's going to be plenty more to come. I'm the middle child.
That's Carol Lee's middle child.
Please tell me that's your real name. Saga is your real name.
that'd be epic, wouldn't it?
Please tell me that's right.
That would be epic.
Saga Flaming Wood. It sounds like you're coming from the Norse to take over the British Isles. It's amazing. It makes me want to go to Thermopylae with you.
I'm gonna text
Tracy Rizzo. Hello. And welcome to the show. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Great mental health professional on the Tuesday.
So Rich LaMonica is the host of the Misfit Nation. So he's got a Tuesday crew that comes, his brother and his resident redneck, Jake. They do a great show, and Rich always puts out some great content as well.
Product placement.
Yeah,
come on, Pepsi. We're gonna need you to.
We need to be sponsored by Pepsi and
yeah, we do,
and Coke. I just sent our guest a text message and see if he got the link. He hasn't responded yet, so we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I want to play that song.
Why don't you play the song?
I'm going to play the song.
I think you should play it.
I'm going to.
I think you should play it now. Oh, here we go. Because y'all don't. It only took us 5 minutes to figure out how to get this song to play before we went live. It was amazing. It was so quick.
I know, right?
That was enough. Yeah, I want to be your hype man, Theory.
It's like the beat.
Yeah, I'm just cruising in the whip, got my homies in the backseat, riding down a 6-4, bumping to the backbeat. Got a couple bottles, marijuana and a glass piece. Wherever we go, we bout to run it like a track meet. But it's 9 o'clock, time to head to where the party at. Cause shit, I'm trying to get drunk, roll a blunt, light it up, smelling loud when I pull up on the scene. All the bad bitches proud, run the boy, I'm a fiend for the yeah, and they know it. A couple of them freaks, and I'm trying to let them show it. Got one grinding on my waist, I ain't hitting till you blow it. But I promise when I get inside, ain't gonna be no slowing down. Split it, then I hit the town, bar hopping, y'all know what I'm trying to do.
Say that might be all
I don't even know who I'm.
Because we don't want to get you don't want to get the YouTube channel hit with a copyright.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, now it was good. I like it.
Yeah, so go if you're on Spotify, check out Theory, TH30RY, Marine Corps veteran rapper, just signed with Big Homies Records.
Big Homies.
He's local here to the Louisville area. Check him out. Go listen to his music. Like, subscribe if you like rap music. I will tell you he does cuss a lot, so be prepared for that.
Music, of course.
Yeah, he does cuss. He does cuss a lot. So
and he's a Marine. Of course he cusses. Just saying. Dr. Dre remakes.
All right, so he just got home.
It was kind of silent.
Was that from a Ford Escort?
No, but it'd be better if it was a Ford effing Ranger.
Yeah, a Ford Ranger.
Ford Ranger.
Chris,
I will notify the preachers.
Chris from Veteran Hundo Club says, I will notify the preacher. And then Carol Lee says, fair warning. So Theory said he didn't get the link. All right. Let's see what I can do.
And Carol, you can call me after this show's done.
Who?
Carol Lee. Is it Carol Lee or Carol?
Carol Lee.
Carol Lee. Okay.
Not Coral. Not
Coralie?
No, not Coralie. I called her Coralie, and I was like,
so Carol Lee. I was calling her Carolyn. You should have. Not a Danger Ranger. Anyway, yeah. If you want to call me after this, and we can go over radio stuff.
Well, come on. I'm trying to get this.
One word, Carolee.
Yep, one word, Carolee.
Okay. Can I do it like in my southern accent, Carolee? Or no?
Sure.
I mean, I can do what I want because as long as my wife tells me I can, I'm doing it.
There you go. Your wife will let you wear the pants?
No, it's generally shorts.
Oh, okay.
I have to dress myself. So it's basketball shorts when I'm around the house.
So when I get home, I usually, if I don't have a podcast, I usually take my shirt off and just go straight into basketball shorts.
Yep, that's how I roll.
I don't wear socks. I don't wear shirts if I'm around the house. And I'll go out on the front porch and I'm just usually in my basketball shorts. And my wife's like, "You need to put some clothes on." I was like, "Why?"
I got shorts on. What else you want?
Yeah. So hopefully he'll be jumping on here shortly. But no, man, I'm super excited about where we're going. We have our
where are we going?
Only up.
Oh, I like that.
Upward.
I was waiting on somebody to look at me and say, "Let's go, Brandon." I'm tired. For the last almost 4 years, people have told me where to go, and this is
I didn't even think about that until just now.
Nobody cares about how the Brandons of the world feel.
Do you guys ever play big band ska punk on your radio?
I have some. I got some punk on there. Don't have any ska, really, but I've got. I guess you'd call it alt punk. But I do have that. I do have punk on there.
And a lot of it just depends on what the veterans are singing and doing.
Mhm.
Because on the radio station, it's all about the veteran and highlighting the veteran singer songwriter or the family member of the veteran.
We got a band called Yuppie, and they're good. They're sort of a Blink 182 esque punk, so they're pretty good. But yeah, we got some good. We got a good selection.
So there's a band out of Barshun, Kentucky. It's called Hard Road. They're all veterans. I need to get them in contact with you as well, to have their music put on the show. And they play classic rock, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, I like
they
that.
do a lot of covers. So I'll definitely get them in contact with you as well.
But I am looking like for ska. If we got some veterans that play ska or anything, as long as it's white labeled, like, oh, well, that's technical details. We can talk about that. But I'm looking for whatever.
So we were talking about Hero Stock, and look who just shows up.
Look at that. What's the
We were just talking about you earlier, Jason, about the concerts that you got coming up and how many states that you've been invited to, and how we're trying to get you into Kentucky, and what you do for veterans and first responders. And
I'm gonna try to get you in South Carolina too. I got a place. We need to. I'll talk to you at Rolla. What?
30 now, 30 states.
Oh,
that's how many states they've been invited.
That's what I'm talking about. Have you been to South Carolina yet?
Well, you would have known if he's been to South
would
Carolina.
I spent 20 years drunk. I don't remember nothing.
Well, I'm glad you're sober.
I am too.
The Marine Corps told me I was an alcoholic.
See, I'm from.
Go figure.
When did you go in?
97.
Okay, so
when I went
the
in.
Same era. So it must have been bad if they told you were an alcoholic.
Yeah. Well, it was bad. I was drinking a fifth of whiskey a night.
Oh yeah, I had gotten up to. This was after I got out, but I'd gotten up to at least 32 beers, so a case and a half a day plus moonshine.
Mm.
Yeah, it was bad. Anyway, another story for another time. I should eat crayons. Think about it.
Yeah, that's definitely another story for another time. I mean, luckily I had a good chain of command that took care of me and kept it off kept it out of my SRB.
See that? Yeah, that's good.
They sent me to detox, and I was in detox for a little while. And of course, that was after I caught my first wife cheating on me. I went down a pretty good rabbit hole. I love drinking whiskey. I always drink whiskey, Jim Beam, anything from Kentucky I would drink. And I would drink it moderately. And then after I caught her cheating on me, I went down that,
oh yeah. And that's probably why they helped you as much as they did, because you had a legitimate reason to lose your shit.
Yeah, definitely.
That makes sense.
And Carol Lee says a story for her show, Brandon.
Sure. Look, I'm an open book, so whenever I come on your show, whatever, I have a story. I used to think my story was nothing, and every time I say that, my wife just looks at me because I've been through some shit. So, yeah, I'd love to. Hey, where's our rapper in residence?
He read it at 19:55, so 2 minutes ago. So he should be.
Tell him that's no excuse.
Went down the barrel.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. It was bad. I mean, I knew I was going down that rabbit hole, but I couldn't pull myself out of it.
You didn't care.
I didn't.
Let's call it a spade because I've been there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
Hey, you know what? It just popped in my head because I'm a huge supporter of recovery and stuff like that. I may one of those shows. I might try to focus on mental health providers and stuff like that. So yeah, I think
we can do that. We can definitely do that.
That way, here at HomeFront Sitrep, we can cover any and everything that you need to be a veteran, what you need to know, how to get help. Yeah, I like it. I'm good with it.
Yeah, hopefully we can get you a couple more DJs. So you got Carol Lee that's going to be a DJ. You got David from Bravo Zulu.
He's gonna be in my rock station.
There we go. We need some
happy.
some DJs for the country station. We need some DJs for the mix station as well.
Don't worry about I don't know that I'm gonna put any on that mix station.
All right.
I think I'll just leave that because see, we still have that on the old broadcast network.
Did Simplify get switched over yet?
Simplify is switched over. It got switched over last week.
Okay. Because last time I looked, it was still on Airtime Pro.
Yeah, no, now it's the only thing that's left on Airtime Pro is our vet mix, and we'll move it over at some point. But I'm likely going to get back to DJ. Sweet, yeah. Everybody go to the freaking countryside.
That's funny.
I'm glad you think it's funny.
Well, I was just talking about
nobody asked your opinion.
Listen, her. Oh man. No, he should be jumping on, man.
Oh, that's okay. Unfortunately, I had the bladder of a 3-year-old, so I'll be back.
All right.
3-year-old bladder.
3-year-old bladder. So upcoming episodes, we got next Sunday, we got Oscar Mike Radio, Mr. Travis Partington, and I don't know if he's still out there listening. And then on Monday the 10th, we got Sergeant Michael Sagru. Hold on here. Let's see. Let's pull him up here. So y'all can see who I'm talking about. Relentless. Well, he's having some issues. Oh, did you? Nice. Brian says he designed the logo for Simplify Country.
I feel much better.
Well, I'm glad you feel much better. I'm trying to get this guy pulled up here. It's Michael Sagru. That's not him. That's definitely not him.
That's not right.
That's not the right Michael.
I don't even know it. What are you doing? Hey, Grunt, stick with me. What are you doing?
I'm on. There we go.
No, look, see, you just got to get focused.
I just needed you to focus me in.
Okay.
So Michael Sagru wrote a book, Relentless Courage. Let's see so Relentless Courage. I don't know if that's coming through plain on your side.
We got it. Yeah, we got it.
So Relentless Courage is one of the most important books of our time. It's building on his previous book, Warrior, How to Support Those Who Protect Us. Has teamed with Michael Sagru to give us the vital, essential next step forward in understanding and healing the trauma inflicted upon our first responders in this tragic, violent times.
Mm-hmm.
So we got him coming on Monday. I'm super, super excited about that one.
And I do like to put this disclaimer out. Hey, Marilyn. I know you can get a lot of these books on Amazon, but if you could go to the actual author's website and get it from them,
yeah, they get more.
Amazon is horrible about paying their authors anything. So if you can, whenever you want to get a book, see if you can find it straight from the author, and plus you can get it autographed. So that's my 2 cents. Stay away from the big tech and let's go right to the source.
Definitely.
If you can.
And then Monday the 17th, because on Father's Day we're not going to do an episode. Monday the 17th, we got Jeff Nelligan, who is a veteran, National Guard veteran. He also wrote a book called 4 Lessons from My 3 Sons. All 3 of his sons are in the military.
Oh,
super cool about that. So they all they all follow Dad's profession. On the 23rd, we got Back the Heroes Rumble out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Carl Whalen is the founder, him and his wife. On the 24th, we will not have an episode because that's my wife's birthday, and I'm not going to do an episode on
You
her
better
birthday.
not.
On the 26th of June, we have our Tip of the Spear Veteran Roundtable. That includes Homefront Sitrep, Triple Threat Vet Podcast, Misfit Nation, I Am Pitt's Podcast, The Decision Hour, The Oath We Took Podcast, and Conversations with the Vet. And then Brian Roof from Every Day's a Saturday, USMC Vet, joined us on the last one. Travis Parnington from Oscar Mike Radio joined us on the last one as well. And Brandon joined us as well on the last one. So there's an open door for any of those guys to come back anytime they want. I will send out the invite. If you want to join, you join. If you don't, you don't.
I don't think they want me to come back on that. That started in a dumpster fire last time.
We had a great show. A really good show on that one. And so I'll send out the calendar invite soon and get that all taken care of. And then to round out the month of June 30th, we got my brother Brian Ruth from Every Day's a Saturday, USMC Vet. I will be interviewing him, talking about his military journey and why he got into podcasting and getting involved in Heroes Media Voice Foundation, also Veteran Voice Radio as well. So we're going to definitely talk about that. We're going to have a great show. So that rounds out our month of June. And then, like I said, July is full. Oh, guess what? What?
I heard it.
Hey,
what's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, don't
What's
if you can't get
going
here
on,
on
man?
time, just get here when you can.
Hey, I'm glad you just showed up.
Can you guys hear me all right?
We can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Yeah, we're good.
Cool. Yeah, I was actually on the road. I've been driving for the last 6 hours. I was in Linton, Indiana, at a appointment for my VA disability. I'm fighting with a company called VetLink Solutions, trying to get that disability rating increased.
Nice.
You need to talk to me before you start paying people to do some stuff. We just hit a hot button subject with me. These people out there that are charging veterans to get their percentage rating is a sham, and they can go to hell.
Well, they're actually doing it for me for free.
Okay, good.
They're doing it for me for free.
All right.
That it's a good company. They're putting out all the the grunt work. Ultimately, they're doing all that for free, no cost to me. The only thing if
are
I
they
do
going to take it out of your back pay?
Yes.
See, no.
They shouldn't be taking it at all.
There are organizations out there that will do it for free, like your VFWs, your American Legions, and they don't charge a dime.
Yeah, well, see, I had looked into that too, but this company, they're working with private doctor offices that are not contracted through the VA, so that way it's a lot easier for someone to get their disability raised because they're not going through a VA doctor who's going to be take some Motrin, drink some water, you'll be all right.
Cut your leg off. Let's go.
Yeah,
I get it.
So I've been having a great experience with the company so far. They've been very quick with all this stuff. So usually the appointments are coming way later in the process. I'm actually a lot sooner than what they expected. So, by the way, I do not drink. This is 0 alcohol. This is just my cheat.
Hey, no, you're good. You're good, man. If you wanted to drink, you could. We were talking.
you can do whatever you want, bro.
Yeah, no, I actually, that's a personal choice. I stopped drinking alcohol officially
I'm
January 1st. Yeah.
I'm coming up on 3 years of sobriety myself.
Oh,
so.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Man, it's rough. Hey, let's talk about your time in the Corps.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
So I enlisted and joined in 2010. my MOS was avionics. So I worked on eye-level avionics, which is what they call the smart people avionics. We worked in the white mobile facilities on the base. But basically, I was an electronic countermeasures technician. So I worked on missile detection radar systems, heads-up displays, PRQ-7 radios, things like that that went on the bird for any kind of deterrent for combat. And then about 2 years into that, I actually had switched, and they fapped me out to production control. So for our eye-level AVI, so I was doing production control and overseeing the whole AVI squadron. So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Not only is it a great skill to have when you get out, but it just sounded really cool how you described your MOS.
I know, right?
Mine is like, it sucks compared to that expert.
Well, I mean, avionics is a great field to get into if you want to do it. There's like 6-figure paying jobs, right? Like one of my friends, he's a good buddy of mine, but he was a calibrations technician for eye-level avionics, and he calibrated a bunch of different pieces of equipment, and he was given a job right out of active duty status at $120K a year.
Right. Yeah.
I forget what he was doing or what the company's name was. So I don't know all the details, but that's still 120 bands a year to do the same job that you were doing in the military for half the time that you're doing it, per day. And, you don't have to worry about getting sent to the other side of the world.
Or somebody yelling at you saying you fucked up.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's got a really good situation going. I don't know if he's still with that company or not. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Does it really matter? At this,
no.
All he can do is go up from there. I mean, my God. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the avionics. The way that I looked at it is when I first enlisted in the Corps, I wanted to do infantry. However, the only reason I wanted to do infantry was because I wanted to be a Chicago police officer. So I'm born and raised in Chicago.
Okay.
So I wanted to be a Chicago police officer, and then eventually a detective, and then eventually do Cook County SWAT.
Nice.
I was just super motive, at that point in time. So,
right.
So it was like, I'm going to go to the Marine Corps, get super fucking buff, and come back and be a cop and just be a dick. And that's not how the cards played out for me, because I met a girl in 2013, had a baby in 2015 with her, and decided to get out. And now I'm doing music, and I'm in school full time using my GI Bill, and I'm going to school for music production and audio engineering at Full Sail University. So
nice.
Yeah. A lot of good things are happening. So everything happens for a reason. But
So what's it like being signed to the label?
So it's great. Reason being is because it's not a major label at this point in time. Not saying that couldn't ever happen in the future if the numbers were right, and if an offer was ever provided to me, then at that point I would look into it. But this is an independent record label starting basically from the ground up. They have a lot of really big connections, though, with some bigger labels. Death Row Records is one of them, which is now owned by Snoop. So that is a big connection that we have in our corner, plus multiple artists that are from there and currently signed to that label that are close with the owners of the one that I'm signed to, Big Homies Records. But they discovered me. I had known one of the owners for a few months. He had followed me on social media, and he just randomly calls me one day, and he's like, hey man, I want to talk to you about signing with us. And I was like, I've heard that before. And the last time I signed a contract with a management company, it wasn't even a record label. It was just a management company. I'm not going to air out their name like that, but they sucked. They sucked. They didn't do shit for me. So I was like, I've heard that before. I'm kind of hesitant. I'm going to have to ask you some questions. And he was like, look, take a day, think about it. we'll reconvene tomorrow on a video chat and we'll talk. You can ask as many questions. We'll be as transparent with you as possible, and we'll see where we're going from there. So I was like, all right. So the very next day, we had a 2.5 hour FaceTime call.
Oh,
and I asked him everything under the sun, man. Like, what are my percentages looking like? You know,
fair.
Can I still conduct business with my own LLC? Because I have a trademarked LLC in my own name, from the bottom, or FTB. That's my business. So I kind of conduct business under that for my music as well. So I was like, can I still conduct business under that while being signed to your label? And like, you know, can I let my lawyer look at this contract before I sign it? And they were like, after I asked all these questions and they told me all these answers, they were like, dude, most of the time, a big red flag is going to be when these label owners are like, no, so you need to tell us right now. Like, do you want to sign? Yes or no? Like, what? You don't trust us, bro? That's a red flag, right? So they were like, take about, 3-5 days a week, whatever. Talk to your wife, talk to your mother, talk to whoever you got to talk to. Very nice.
Product placement.
Zero Heineken, zero.
There you go. Product placement.
There you go. Product placement. Hey, look, give me a sponsorship.
Now. What, you don't trust us?
Yeah, seriously. Sign the papers right now.
Let me ask you. I'm sorry.
They were you're fine. But yeah, long story short, I know I've been yapping away, but they were telling me just basically take the time that you need, and we'll be here because we're interested. We see a lot of potential in you, and we think that you're massively talented. So we want to let you take as much time as you need. Let your lawyer look it over. Nothing that we haven't talked about today is going to not be on the contract. So
nice.
You're good. And after everything was said and done, I was like, they actually put me on a show to open up for DJ Quick in Salt Lake City, which was my first time playing out of state. And DJ Quick is a icon.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So
for sure.
So I was like, are you kidding me? And I got to go with Chico, who's the one of the owners of Big Homies Records, and I got to go with him to the airport. And I'm sitting in the back seat with DJ Quick, Rodney O, and DJ Quick's son.
Yeah.
And these guys are people I grew up listening to, and like, I'm just chilling with these guys, and we go to Chico's house and we sat and we had food and we're just hanging out in his garage, just bullshitting. And like, it was the coolest experience. And that was all before I even signed the contract. So after everything was said and done, I was like, yeah, I'm in this.
Well, that was their whole plan. And we're going to put you in the back seat with DJ Quick and watch and see how fast you sign.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they've been good, man. I have to say I'm very happy with the direction. I have a lot of faith in the road that the label is taking. I have a lot of high hopes and a lot of faith that they're doing the right things. We got a lot of big things coming up in the works. I'm not going to say anything yet, but we had a meeting yesterday, and there's some big moves that we're going to be making here in the very near future. So
no, I love it. Now you and Berserk, you signed at the same time, right?
Yeah, he's actually right here.
What up, Joey?
I don't know if
hello,
you can hear him very much.
Shadow back behind everybody.
You can't see him.
Let me ask you, because I've been in the music business 20 years. I toured. I'm a drummer.
Nice.
So I've toured in the metal world and stuff. But so I can talk with you.
Yeah.
So your pre-payback percentages on any LPs or EPs that's good. I mean, are you still going make a percentage prior to the 100%. Payback?
I'm actually making more of a percentage than the label's getting out of me.
That's usually my main question.
Yeah, and that's the thing why I was saying it's a good thing that I'm not with a major label, because major labels, what they tend to do is give you some ridiculous advance, like 500,000, $1 million.
Yep.
2 million, 5 million, whatever the case may be. And then, as a younger person and a new person in the music industry, you look at a $2 million check and you're just like, holy fuck, I'm rich.
Right.
And then you blow it on a car and houses and, chains and rings and this and that. But really, you don't understand the business aspect behind it. The label is requiring you to pay all that money that you need to mix your albums and your singles, all the beats that you're getting from producers, all the studio time, that all comes out of your advance as well. And now you're in debt $2 million.
Correct.
And let's say you go do a show and you make 50 grand for that show, you might see 4% of that 50 grand.
If
until that advance is paid back.
Right.
So,
that's where they get you. So good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that, your upfront percentages are perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even get an advance. And even if, honestly, if they would have offered me an advance, I would have not taken it, because I'm not trying to start my very first real record deal in debt with any amount of money, because I hate being in debt, period. I hate just being in debt with life, regular stuff, credit card debt.
Your wife probably would have kicked your butt anyway.
Oh yeah, she probably would have not been happy. But I mean, my lawyer would have said something to me also. When he looked everything over, he was like, "Yeah, this is a good deal. Like you're coming out on top on this, and the label's not even getting as much as I'm getting. So I'm getting a significant amount more than the label is getting out of me. And that that's locked in for the amount of time that I signed with this label."
Did you sign by time or by album?
By time.
Okay, good.
But the reason I did that is because they offered two different types, and it was both based on time limit, not on albums.
Got it.
But yeah, so I have such a comfortability with this label and the people that are a part of it, not only just the artists, but like the owners and the owners' families. Like whenever we fly out to Salt Lake City, me and Joey, we stay at the owner's house, and his wife cooks for us 3 times a day. They're very family oriented. We all look out for each other, and that's what made me feel really comfortable. So I signed for the larger time frame because I believe in the vision.
Yeah.
And that works when you believe in something. And I know when we talked, was it last year, October 12th, I believe, when me and you had a conversation, and you were talking about the move that you were making, because you hadn't signed yet and stuff like that. So it seemed like it was a pretty quick transition from October 12th to when you did sign. And I was like, man, he's making moves. And as a Marine, and you being a Marine, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm down for it, because I love your music. We were playing it. We were playing Life of the Party earlier. We were playing it on here,
rocking.
Man, it's a good one. It's the newest one. I actually, one of the owners, Brian Carell, shout out to Brian Carell as well. He's part owner of Big Homies Records as well, but he actually sent me a beat pack with 4 different beats in it, and that just so happened to be one of the beats. And I listened to him, and it's a guy out in Las Vegas, in downtown Las Vegas. So shout out to Meek. He's a phenomenal producer and engineer.
I've heard of him, yeah.
But he's the one who made the beats, and he's super cool guy, very down to earth, very humble. But he made those beats, and Brian sent them to me in a zip folder, and I unzipped them, and I was like listening and jamming. And the first 3 I was kind of indifferent about, and then I heard that one for Life of the Party, and I was like, oh fuck yeah. I immediately started writing to it, and it turned into what it is now, and it's great. So
no, it's really good. And I was playing your Spotify in my truck the other day and just letting it play, and all kinds of different songs were coming on, but it was mainly you and Joey and a few other people here and there thrown in there. And I was like, man, this shit's bumping. And I'm like, hell yeah. And I was in the mood for rap music that day, because I listen to all types of music, not just rap, not just country, not rock, just depending on what mood I'm in. And me and you were talking, I think, via either Facebook or in text message, and I was like, I'm just going to put his music on, listen to it, and then my daughters jump in and they start bumping their heads to it, and I was like, hell yeah. But no, man, I'm excited to see your path. Of where you go from here, because your trajectory is only up. I don't see it going down, because your music resonates, because when you listen to your lyrics, a lot of it you can feel the trauma that you suffered when you were in the military, and it's just like, man, it just hits home. For me being a veteran, I'm like, man, I can feel this. It really hits home for me. So
yeah, well, I appreciate that. I really do. A lot of it stems from. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I would be remiss if I didn't ask while interviewing a rapper if you could drop a couple of bars a cappella.
Oh yeah, I mean I can.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I'll save it for the end.
There we go.
That works.
I'll do a little something for you guys at the end. But
thank you.
But yeah, to kind of backpack off of what you were saying, the idea behind what I write is a lot of anxiety that I had. So long story short, because it's a very long and drawn out story that I would probably save for the actual interview later on this year. But to kind of give you the Cliff Notes version, I had a really bad anxiety attack in February of 2019, and it put me in the hospital, and it kind of was triggered by a little bit of anxiety after getting out of the military, and then a little bit of anxiety with the hurricane that happened in September of 2018. And, you know, my family and I, we were living off of my disability only at the time, because we came to Louisville, Kentucky to escape from the hurricane, because we were living in Jacksonville, North Carolina. That's where my wife's from. And
gotcha.
So losing everything in the hurricane and not having a place to go back to in North Carolina, starting fresh, living off of $644 a month, staying in hotels and Red Cross shelters and all the stuff that I had to deal with. And then as soon as we sign our first lease for our first apartment, a month later, my car gets repossessed. And I was like, well, shit. So everything just smacked me at once one day. It was like 2 days after my car got repoed, and then like I was just sitting on the couch one day with my wife, and I just turned pale. My fingers got tingly, my toes got tingly, I couldn't breathe. It felt like a 600-pound man was sitting on my chest. My heart was racing and about to beat out of my chest, and it was just the worst. I felt like I was dying.
Yeah.
And so she called an ambulance. I got rushed to the hospital, and the doctor came out and said it was anxiety. So if I didn't figure out a way to cope and manage that anxiety, then he said next time I might not be so lucky. It could end up becoming worse, like a heart attack or something like that later.
Right.
So, you know, and stress being the number one killer in males at between 25 and 40, you know, that's something that I definitely, you know, I took to heart. So I was like, I gotta figure out something to do. So I just started jotting down. I listened to YouTube beats and just started writing lyrics, and I didn't think anything was going to happen from it. And then my buddy was like, yo, this is actually really good. Like, you should go to the studio and throw these down on a microphone. And I was like, all right. So I did it. And now it's been 5 years, and I live and breathe it. This is what I do. I don't work. I use my GI Bill, and I stay home with my family, and I go to school online, and I get paid to go to school, and I get, you know, have sessions here. I record artists, you know, and they pay me to record them because I have a good sound. And so they come here to the studio, and this is what I do. And I do what I love for a living, and it's only getting better. So, you know, it's just an amazing feeling, but it definitely still does have its moments, you know, where it's very, very difficult to control that anxiety, because it'll hit you randomly, and it is what it is, you know. But thank God I found the music. You know, my first album, I have a song called Hip Hop Saved My Life, and that is the realest statement ever.
We listened to that song earlier. I was like, this is probably one of his first songs that he
definitely.
He
the first album
we were
is
backstage getting everything set up.
Yeah, the first album is very the material is good, the content is good. My delivery, I hadn't found my voice yet. I hadn't found my flow yet. I was good at rap. I had always been good at rap, and I had always been good at poetry. Combining those two, I just hadn't found my voice yet. So it's very monotone. It's very emotionless. And then after, you know, I put out the second album and started to find it a little bit. I met some more artists. Shout out to Ryan Watts. Shout out to Berserk. Helping me kind of find, me kind of find my voice, find my flow, find that pocket. You know, sticking to what I was good with. And then, you know, the third album was when I started getting real experimental and I started recording myself. I invested in some equipment, and now it's just I know, you know what I mean? Like it's just it almost comes second nature now. Whereas before it was so difficult for me to try and find that. Now that I've found it and I know what I'm good at and I excel very well at it, it's butter.
Oh, heck yeah, I love it.
So
are you a Pro Tools guy?
I started using Pro Tools. I'm learning in school on Pro Tools, and I'm learning on Logic Pro. I personally, when I make beats, I make them on FL Studio.
Okay. Yep.
And then when I record and mix and master vocals, I use Ableton Live.
See, there you go. I like Ableton.
Ableton is awesome. Yep. I love Ableton. I have nothing bad to say about it. I have all four of those. I just only really use. I never open Pro Tools unless it's for school. But I mean, ultimately, I'm going to probably start using Pro Tools for everything because it's just a very well-rounded DAW. Ableton, you could do the same thing. I mean, you could do the same thing in any of them, really. It's just personal preference. But I really like Ableton, so I'm probably going to stick with that for.
Yeah, I use Ableton. My son, he makes beats, and I think he uses Pro Tools.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah, and you're right. Good. It's just personal preference.
Yeah, and I mean, I've invested a lot of money because those programs are not cheap.
No,
you know, so I spent like $600 on Pro Tools. I spent $800 on Ableton. I spent $500 on the full version for FL Studio, $400 for Logic Pro.
Right.
And then I got Logic Pro and Pro Tools for free through school. So I was like, I wish I had started school before I bought all that shit. But,
right.
You know, it is what it is. It would have saved me $1,000, but that's all right. I upgraded my speakers. I got the Yamaha HS8s. I got a pair of those. Those are beautiful speakers. I just recently got a second monitor for my screens. So I have my iMac, and then I have over here, I know you can't see it, but there's a second screen, and I got the cable to connect them. So it's a lot easier for me to mix while I'm recording. To have two screens.
So do you use any analog, or are you just all straight digital?
I use all digital for plugins and whatnot. I don't have like a mixing board for like EQs or compressors or anything like that. It's all done analog. I mean, it's all done digital, but
got it.
There is this cool thing. So I have an Apollo Twin interface, and I love that thing. And it comes with something called Console. And Console is kind of like an analog input because it's all pre-mixing. So anything I record, so I can put plugins into Console. And I can put, give me 1 second, guys.
No, yeah, go ahead.
My stepdaughter's calling me.
Yeah, we'll mute him. See, this is where I thrive, man. I love interviewing musicians and all that, and this.
Oh yeah, and when I met him, you know, it was just like, oh man, because we were doing that benefit concert, our second annual,
right,
and he was just really down to earth and, you know, super cool, and we kind of clicked right off the get go, and it was, but yeah, musicians are, you know, because music therapy helps veterans, and like Theory said, like. It helps 100%. Veterans. So hopefully everything's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Yeah, my stepdaughter was just asking if she can go walk to the bridge with her friends, and I was like, I don't care. Just make sure you're back before the sun's down.
Before the sunset, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in downtown Louisville.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. I mean, we don't live in a bad neighborhood, so I don't really mind. And she's smart, so I'm not, you know, she's about to be 15 in like
Oh yeah,
like
if she can't
12
walk
days.
and if she can't go do something, then there's something wrong. At
Yeah, she's
15.
gonna be with all her friends, so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be that dad that's like, no.
Right.
But yeah, so the Apollo with that console, like I could put plugins in it, but anything I record cannot be edited with those plugins because it that's considered like analog, right? So I can't edit it post mixing unless I put plugins to actually edit that. But that's the only analog-ish kind of thing, but it's still digital, so I don't know.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people are getting away from the analogs, and like I still have an old DMX beat machine from the 80s.
Nice.
Oh,
I mean, those things are still cool to use. I wish I knew
they are.
how. I have an MPC one, and this thing is cool as shit.
Yep. Yeah.
I have no clue how to use this.
And that, you know what?
Like,
it could
very
either
little, very little.
It can either be super simple, or you can take that just super simple, or you can turn that one all the way up to 11, and oh my god, you could pre-program everything. I love those.
Yeah, I mean, I sat one day and I watched like 3 hours worth of YouTube videos.
Right.
And I learned a lot about it. But I barely scratched the surface. I don't really know how to program my own sounds that I download into that thing. I don't know how to do any of that. So eventually I will mess with that. But as for right now, I'm pretty confident with my abilities to make beats on FL Studio, and it's very user friendly for producing. I feel again.
I mean,
preference.
that would be something cool for later down the line, later albums. If you're just looking for something, it's great to have, but you don't have to have it.
Yeah, well, once I learn how to use it, and I learn how to program all the pads and kind of just tinker around and play with it. At that point, then yes, I'm going to use that thing a lot.
Oh yeah,
because I'm a big fan of that New York style, East Coast boom bap kind of hip hop. So eventually I will use that regularly. But right now, I dig for samples,
right?
And whether I have to chop the sample or whether I have to, just build drums around the sample and then add my own instruments, and I add my own 808s and bass and add my own drums and all that stuff. So it can be really fun just to do that. And I'm happy with the sounds that I'm getting, and I use Splice, which is really cool. I'm a very, very firm believer that Splice is my savior when it comes to producing right now.
You know what? Yeah, it is.
I mean, there's like 2.5 million sounds.
So does the record label that you're signed to, do they give you pretty much overall freedom of how your music comes out? Because I know a lot of time artists, when they sign with record labels, they want them to be a certain way. And then, sometimes that doesn't fit with the artist that they, that is signed. So does Big Homies give you all on freedom?
Yes. That way they're going to make us start doing K-pop. No.
Oh God.
No, that was one of the biggest negotiators for me. When I had that conversation with them, that 2.5 hour FaceTime call, that was one of my first questions was, do I have full creative control over my own content? And they were like, absolutely. Yeah, whatever you're doing has captured our attention. It's working for you. We think that with our pull and our contacts and our budget and, our connections, we can make that work for an even bigger crowd. So we don't want you to change anything that you're doing. You keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, and we'll go from there. As long as I'm not, the two things that they don't really want us to talk about in our music are politics and race, like racism.
Okay.
That you can still, they're not necessarily censoring us from doing it, because I never really rapped about politics or made music about politics or anything like that anyways, so it doesn't really change for me.
Right.
but you know, I can make songs about like, you know, like I dropped a verse for a friend of mine out of Salt Lake City, Chris Stiles. He's a super talented guy. But he asked me to do a verse. He's like, dude, I gave this beat to like 7 other artists before you, and I told all of them, no, this is not it. It's not good. It's not good enough. I don't want it. And he gave it to me, and I sent him back my verse, and he was like, you're a fucking genius.
Nice.
Like he messaged me back. He was like, I love it so much. I've played it consistently for the entire day. And he's like, I love it. And in the song, or in my verse, I said, what the hell did I say? I can't even remember what the bar was, but let me look it up.
On the spot. He put himself on the spot.
I did. I put myself on the spot.
Right. That's what I was just
and I fucked it up.
All I got to do is sit back and watch.
Yeah. No, it
so
was.
I did share your Facebook profile in the chat here. So if you're out there and you want to go follow Theory on Facebook, go to his profile there. You can also find him on Spotify, pretty much anywhere you find your music. Make sure you go follow Theory on there, please, because that's how his music gets out there. Definitely go like and follow. Do you have a Facebook or a website yet?
No, I do not. Big Homies is in the process of making their website, and I can sell my merchandise and stuff on there. They actually just got a shirt press and everything for it too. So we're gonna start making merch.
Nice.
But you'll be able to stream my music, look at videos, upcoming events, and stuff like that. I'll definitely let you know when the website comes up.
Awesome.
And when it's finished, that way.
Share it.
Yeah, for sure. But I found it. So, basically, the song was called "Make a Plan," right? So, the bar that was kind of like politics ish, said, talking about all the struggles we face and how some cops are racist when they shoot before reading off the Miranda rights. And a lot of times people might, think that's triggering, like, oh, well, you don't support police officers, or you think that police officers just shoot people and this and that. It's like, no, it's not what I said. My cousin's husband is actually a police officer. I had a Chicago police officer thing on my keychain for the longest time. So I do support police officers, but the I thought that was going to be something that the label would look at me and be like,
right,
you don't want to say stuff like that, but they actually loved it. So, as long as I'm not openly saying like, fuck Joe Biden and like, whatever, on
That's the police.
Yeah. Nothing like that.
So as long as you don't go Tom McDonald.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that anyways.
I love Tom McDonald, but my God, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't.
I mean, he's very talented. Don't get me wrong. I do respect the man's art, and I respect his work ethic, and I respect what he does. I don't technically really listen to Tom McDonald. There's just part of me that thinks it's very cringeworthy to rap about how you hate the industry that's paying you.
Yeah.
Well, look at DMX did it.
Yeah, I mean, I did. But there's like a difference between like speaking that truth and then like clickbait kind of almost. Fair. You know what I mean?
That is fair.
But he's very talented. I'm not knocking Tom McDonald at all. Hats off to Tom McDonald. He's a very talented individual. And he does have some good music. I do like a few of his songs, but I'm not really I'm not a huge fan of Tom McDonald. But he is very talented.
Right. I definitely wasn't trying to push or promote any of his music.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying you were. I was just saying, I'm not, that's not my style of rap.
Yeah, I get that.
So I like I said, I've been listening to your music for a while now. Ever since we did that concert at
21st in
Germantown.
Yeah. Thank you.
And well, there's no thanks needed. I mean, you and Joey both. I followed both of you, and your music, just like I said, your music definitely resonated with me, just because as a veteran, I could feel your struggle within the music. You know, I could feel you wrote it from your heart. And
Absolutely.
same with Joey. Joey's music also resonated with me as well. And so on the new album, Carpe Diem, what is your favorite song on that album?
My personal favorite on that one is the interlude, the Just Breathe song. Either that one or the Groovy Freestyle. I actually made the Groovy Freestyle. Funny little short story about that one. I was on my 1 year wedding anniversary vacation in Atlantic Beach, North Carolina, Morehead City, and my wife and I got the same hotel that we got for our honeymoon, because that's where we went for our honeymoon too.
Nice.
So we went there for the 1 year anniversary to go back to where we had it, and they gave us the same room and everything. It was really cool. But while we were at the hotel, we were 5 minutes from the beach. We were getting ready to go, but she fell asleep. And I was like, fuck it, I'm feeling a little creative right now. So I made the beat for the Groovy Freestyle song while she was asleep in the hotel room. That's on my laptop. And I just started, I had like the entire song written by the time she woke up, and I was like, this is super cool. I'm going to record this as soon as I get home.
Hell yeah. Now, so let's see. Let's see, which one can we play?
Any one of them are good. It's my favorite album that I've done personally.
So your favorite? All right,
yeah.
Now, we do have a question. So Brandon and I, we are part of Veteran Voice Radio. Welcome back, Brandon. You're here. So
yeah, I'm back.
You're the one that was texting me yesterday, right?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. Just making sure.
So we want to get your music on Veteran Voice Radio. Will the record label allow that?
Yeah, all I need them to do is white label it.
That I don't see a problem with that. Any kind of promotion would be good promotion, especially with the veterans community. I don't see them having a problem with it, but just to be safe, I will definitely double check.
Yeah, because I would definitely need something in writing from.
For sure. Yeah, they would have no problem doing it.
You know what I mean? You know, with the white labeling and the copyrights and all that. Yeah, I want to make sure everything's in place, because if not, Veterans Voice Radio, you know, we could owe a lot of money.
Yeah,
you get it.
I get it 100%, and you know, I'll double check with them. But like I said, I don't see them having a problem. But if they're okay with it, we can definitely have something sent in writing. We have a tech guy that works for Big Homies Records.
Yeah, okay.
And he can just draft up something real quick and email it over to you. I'll get your information.
Yeah, okay. Or I can send it in that text thread, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter either way.
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's play. I'm just gonna figure out. Let's since you like this one, let's play this one. Groovy Freestyles.
Yeah. Yeah, I made that beat. It was a lot of fun.
That bass line, though. Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah, I like it.
On my mama, I swear the grinding never stops. Sprinting for my success like I've been running from the cops. Not worry about flowers or getting props. Just the music, ain't complacent. I'm trying to become adjacent to my idols. I do this cause I love it, fuck the fame. Hip-hop saved my life, without it I'd probably go insane. That's a fact, but enough about it. Cause when I started they would laugh, but I was tough about it. And all the negativity, I give a fuck about it. But I ain't got no more left to give. I'm just trying to live my life with my kids and my wife and my homies as we tear apart the mic every night. Out on tour with my brothers, nothing more, nothing less. As long as we feeling that happiness, and that's the only thing that matters. I swear to God, this shit is gonna be more than just a dream in the Paragon. We gonna be rocking crowds, waking up the next day. Hit the stoop, play a beat, hit the booth, drop some bars, that's the truth, yeah. We're gonna have some fun with this one. It all started with just $1 and a dream. Got a team behind me to kill the scene. Get this money, get this green. The realists know what I mean. Yeah, the shit is in my jeans, but I never fold. Sick like COVID, these other rappers just a common cold. Thought I'd never be able to make it up out the bottom, but I just look at my friends and my family and tell them I got them. Do this for my daughters, cause the money ain't have a lot of it. Never wanna look at Sadie and say the money's a problem. Set them up for life and take care of the future generations. Who knew I'd be able to, from the music made in the basement. All the ones who ain't believe it or never thought I'd achieve it. I'll see, and I got a deal, now they look at me and amazement, ain't it funny? How people jump on the bandwagon when they see I'm taking off after saying it wouldn't happen. They visions black and can see the future I see, and that's okay. I'll just follow the roadway till we get so paid. Now I'm ready to take on the world and I'll kill it one day at a time. Perfection would be a crime if they had a flow like mine. I just follow the signs. If you thought that I would fail, I hold up 3 fingers so you can read between the lines. This was meant to be. Trust me, I'm doing this by design. Hit some bumps along the way, but it's all just part of the climb. Yeah, just be myself, and so I'm just having fun with these rhymes. I'ma do this till I'm buried 6 feet inside of a pine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Love
That's
it.
good.
Yeah, that whole album was a lot of fun to put together. I found myself making a lot of songs about how I think that I'm better than this and that, and better than this person and that person, and I deserve recognition and blah blah blah. You know, give me my roses, and
Right.
you know, I'm the shit, and look at how fast I can rap, and look at how good I can rap, and it got kind of boring after a little while, and I kind of felt like I lost touch a little bit with the reason why I started doing music. And when I made my first album, Carpe Noctem, I was, you know, in Latin that means seize the night, and I was really depressed, and I was just getting over that anxiety attack, and I was not in a good financial space. I wasn't in a good mental space. I wasn't in a good physical place, obviously, with the anxiety affecting my physical, you know, health and everything like that. And I was just in a bad frame of mind. And so at night is when I would do all my writing. So I'd go to work at this vape shop that I worked at from like 10 in the morning to 9 at night. And then I'd come home, spend, you know, half hour, an hour with my daughter and my wife. And then I'd stay up from 10 o'clock to 1, 2 in the morning recording on a bullshit little $65 microphone I got from Amazon into Audacity, which you can't do shit with vocals in Audacity as far as mixing. So,
right.
You know, I had a bogus setup, and I was just upset with life. And so I wanted years ago to do a other side of the coin for that. So Carpe Diem, seize the day, instead of Carpe Noctem. So now I'm in the happiest, most successful and positive place that I've ever been in my life. And so I wanted that to reflect in this album. So I did a sequel for it, but me in a better headspace. So,
and I don't know, a lot of people may or may not have noticed it, but there was a lot of math happening in that song. Your time signature changes.
Oh yeah.
Like I call it math rock or math rap when you're dealing with 7/8 and, you know, whatever. But there was, you know, your cadence and your math was perfect in that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to switch it up. You know, keep it interesting for the listener's ear. You know, I also get critiqued, you know, from peers. You know, like Joey will always, you know, he'll tell me straight up, like, that's not it, you know, and I'll be like, all right, so how can I improve this, you know? And excuse me, you know, nobody has ever written anything for me,
right?
So I do have that to stand on. You know, a lot of people, you know, always say that, you know, in rap it's frowned upon to have ghostwriters, you know. So I can happily and honestly say that I've never had anybody write a single thing for me. But, you know, there's suggestions that, you know, Joey or my buddy Ryan will throw at me and be like, maybe you should say it like this, or maybe you should finish it off like this, or you're, you know, end this bar saying it kind of like this. And I'll be like, okay. And I'll kind of mold it and do my own thing with it. So I do get critiqued from peers and friends, you know, who have a good ear for music also. And, you know, it's a team effort for sure.
So we're definitely gonna have to save a lot of this for our.
I've been trying to dance around those questions because I know you've got the formal interview coming up. So I figured
that's going to be August the 4th.
August 4th, yeah.
August the 4th. It's a Sunday, 7 p.m. definitely tune in for that, because we're going to do a more deep dive into who Theory is, aka Ryan. We're going to do a deep dive into him and his journey from military to civilian, and then we're going to transition into his music career as well. And I'm super excited about that, because I think it's going to be a really, really great interview, because we're going to dive into the healing of music, on how it helps veterans heal. So I'm super excited, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for it too. I'm really excited.
I know you got a lot going on. You still want him to do that, Brandon? You still want him to freestyle?
Damn right, I do. Get freestyle us out, man.
So
yeah, I could drop a few bars for you guys.
Well, I got a tune. I'm gonna play this tune. It's a royalty free song. It's called Happy Day. It's just music. There's no words to it or anything. See if you like it. If not, I'll turn it off.
Okay.
So see if you like this.
I'm really bad at freestyling, just so you know.
Oh my god, that's
no. I can't. I mean, I'll do it a cappella if you want me to.
Yeah, let's roll that up.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I mean, it could be one of your songs. That had to be freestyle.
No, it's fine. Okay, so I'll start. I'll do this one. All right. I knew I'd be a problem ever since the day I stepped in the game, because my intentions ain't revolved around the women and fame, but I got goals to level up and add some M's to my name, and I got a beef with failure, homie. Trust me, we not the same. So insane, pick up the pen and have impeccable aim. When I spit, the bars that I write could get you hit from long range, and I never miss, so I think twice before you diss me. Ain't no body shots, these lyrics heading straight for your brain, but I digress. Really, I'm just out here doing my thing. But people always got a problem when you get in them gains, and they all try to hold you back like you was bound by some chains. So you try your best to be the Batman, but they making you Bane. Damn. Can't have the sunshine without having some rain, but the most beautiful day is the one after the hurricane. Yeah, what's understood you never need to explain, so I'm going to keep winning and sip the champagne.
I
love it, bro. That was good. That was great. That was good.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Man, I appreciate you jumping on here, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. I'm glad that I got to, kind of BS with you guys for a little bit, because I always try to tune in when I see that you guys are live and kind of see what you guys are talking about and saying.
Yeah, I see you pop in all the time, and I'm like, there's my boy, and I've been wanting to get you on, and it's just been hectic, and like I said, we're scheduled all the way out to August. I wish, and then when the guest canceled tonight, I was like, dude, I'm gonna reach out to him and see if I can get him to come on just to hang out and just shoot the shit. And you're more than welcome anytime you want to jump on just to shoot the shit or talk about whatever you got upcoming. But even before the episode August 4th, just text me and say, hey man, you got a show tonight, and I'll let you jump on, even if you just want to jump on. And
yeah,
sure.
I appreciate that.
You made a post on Facebook about collabing with other artists. Some people, I forget how the post went. You probably know which post I'm talking about. Like, I guess it cross genre.
Was it one from today?
No, I don't think it was today. Hold on, let me see.
Dude, if you ever want somebody to come up and lay down some live drum tracks, man, holler at me.
Oh, dude, I would love that.
Because
that would be so cool.
Like more and more, what I'm doing now that I'm getting older is I'm not touring, but I'm doing studio gigs and stuff. But I wouldn't even charge you, man. I'd come up there and just lay down some.
Dude, that would be so cool. I would love that. Absolutely. We'll definitely talk.
Yeah, man.
We'll definitely talk.
I'll find it. But it was talking about, people being, I guess, fake when it comes to like reaching out to other artists and doing collabs with other artists.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was waiting to.
Oh, so did that stem from like somebody, somebody wanting to collab with you, or you collab with them and somebody got upset about that or something?
It kind of stemmed from something. I'm not gonna air out who it was.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I reached out to somebody, a mutual friend, and I was told that technically I don't have enough of a following to do music with them, and I was like, okay. And to me, you know, I've done songs with bigger artists before. You know, I have a song with Jaron Benton and Chris Calico, the What the Rock is Cooking song, which is a great song. I was put on that song from a producer who used to produce for Rock Nation. I met him on Instagram, and I started buying his beats, and he liked my stuff so much that he was like, hey, I'm not even going to charge you, but do you want to throw a verse on this with Jaron Benton and Chris Calico? And I was like, fucking of course. Why would I not want to do that? I love both of those guys. So, and I just recently developed a good relationship with Binks. And that's the homie. Shout out to Binks. And I performed with him in Vegas March 30th, which was a lot of fun. Got to meet him in person for the first time. Before that, it was just, you know, FaceTime and texting and calling. But he's a very, very talented artist as well, and producer and engineer. So, you know, definitely shout out to him. But, you know, he's got a substantial following as well. And we're about to release song number 2 together. He had done a song with me to a beat that I made called Lost and Loveless. I asked him to feature on that, and he was totally down with it. So when this person told me that they didn't want to do anything with me because I didn't have a big enough following, it kind of took me by surprise, because I was like, why would that matter? If we're going to make good music together and it's going to sound good and people are going to like it, what does it matter about the following? To me, I care more about the talent. Like if I was Eminem status right now, right? Like if I was some huge artist, you know, let's say, and somebody very talented but didn't have much of a following was wanting to collab, I feel like, me personally, I would say yes, because I look more at the talent and the purpose behind the material rather than just now there's a certain, you know, when you have a status like that, you don't want to just do songs with everybody, because the more that you include other, you know, if you include just random people, you're just going to blow them up.
Right.
There's technically nothing wrong with that. You just have to be, you know, you have to pick and choose.
Right.
But a friend, I would never have said that to. So I was kind of, I felt like a big kick to the balls to me, and I was just like, okay, dude. So I kind of ran with that, and I've separated myself from said situation. And
well, it's their loss. That's the way I look at it.
Well, better to find out now than later.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not a big deal, you know. I still wish them nothing but success. No bad blood. But
well, what was it that Tupac said? You know, I just because you're not sitting at my table doesn't mean I don't want you to eat.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I hope that he gets everything that he's looking for, you know, but making music to me is not, I'm not making music for followers. I'm not making music for, obviously, like I said in the post, you know, you want to grow your following, of course. That is a given. You know, you should want to put your music and your art out to the masses and gain a fan base and, you know, try and do what you love for a living. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but how you go about it, I feel like you should stay humble, you know, and remember where you came from, you know, and, you know, I highly doubt that me jumping on a song with this individual would have brought down his following. You know, it's not going to make him look like shit. You know, I'm not bad at what I do. So it's like, I just took it as kind of disrespectful, and I was like, all right, well, I no longer choose to affiliate myself with you anymore. And that was that.
No, I love it, man. I love it. I know you got to get, and my wife is already blowing me up because she said keep it an hour and a half, and
that's why I sent that private message that I did. I don't know if
2 hours now.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
She's like, keep it an hour and a half, and it was too good of a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. It was.
Yeah, you can blame it on me. I'll take the blame for it.
Yeah, I'll send her down your way.
Yeah, there you go. I'll probably just ignore the calls.
There you go.
Smart man.
Smart man. Smart man. But no, brother, I appreciate you coming on here and hanging out with us. I can't wait for August 4th.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
Hey, you're very, very welcome, my friend. You have a good night. Tell Joey rock on, and I'll catch y'all soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later.
You guys have a great night.
Later on.
Bye.
Yep.
How cool was that, Brandon?
Man, that was fun. I like, I'm not a fan of today's rap, but he's good.
He is really good. And like I said, first time I met him was at 21st in Germantown. We were doing our second annual veteran and first responder suicide awareness concert. And choke it up.
Yeah, that's right.
And his music just resonated with me, dude. There were several people that were playing that day, and he was, later that night, him and Joey both berserk, and it just resonated with me. And like I said, I followed him right then, and just, man, the music's awesome, man. And he's just, like he said, from where he started to where he is now, it's definitely a big transition, and it's awesome. But it's at that time of night, man. It's 9:00 at night. We do have a new segment within HomeFront Sitrep. It's called hashtag Ask Monica. Ask her. You can, if you have questions about your VA disability, Monica is a disability provider for the VA. She will help you with your questions and stuff. So you can email her at askmonica0@gmail.com. Roll it. You wanted me to roll it?
I didn't know if you were.
Yeah, so email her at askmonica0@gmail.com with your VA disability questions. She will help you out. She's amazing. She's a doctor of nursing, so she's a
nurse practitioner?
Nurse practitioner, yeah. And she's the wife of a lieutenant colonel for 35 years, Marine Corps lieutenant colonel. So she knows the ins and outs when it comes to VA disability and stuff like that. Anytime, Ryan. Yes, sir, for sure. But no, man, she's amazing. She agreed to come on and be partner with us here at HomeFront Sitrep. We got some great shows coming up, and super excited about our new crew that's going to be starting doing Tuesdays and Thursdays once we find our fourth. So we're looking for
I need this many.
So we're looking for a fourth. If you know anybody out there that wants to jump on a podcast with Brandon, you got to be very like-minded to Brandon. You got to mesh well. We're not just going to let somebody come on and sit like this and talk like this.
You got to be able to keep up with me. We're going to have fun though, but
it's going to be fun. It's going to be definitely fun. And you know what? We need to talk with getting Theory and Berserk on Hero Stock.
Why not?
Why not? So that's something we'll have to talk about for sure. But anywho, it's that time of night, my friend. My wife is probably going to beat me up.
It's time for me to go roll one.
Yeah, she's probably going to make me sleep on the couch tonight. So
I'll come spoon with you.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. But anyway, like we always say on HomeFront Sitrep, be safe out there. We got your six.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this show.
Suggestions and comments are always welcome.
Cannot wait to have another great show with y'all.
Don't forget you can find HomeFront Sitrep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Stay safe out there. I got your six.